Morning, everyone. My name is Caid Pickle. I'm currently a senior at Episcopal High School, and I will be attending A&M next year. I was born into a Christian household, and I was adopted when I was 3 days old. And I can't be more thankful for the family that I've been blessed to have. They've been so loving and so nurturing. And when I was little, I attended Second Baptist Church, and that's just where we grew up in that church. And every Sunday, I went to Sunday school, and then afterwards, we'd go to big church, with all the adults. And every Sunday, I'd go, and I never felt that connected with the youth group there because everyone there already had their own friend groups because they all went to Briar Grove or Second Baptist School. So it was just, I felt a little left out, but I kept going because I loved the music, I loved the messages, and so that's what kept going me every Sunday. And though I'd say during that time in my life, my faith was very stagnant. I wasn't moving. I was content with being a good kid during the week, and every Sunday hearing this uplifting message, and then just kind of like putting on this face of like a good kid, good Christian kid. And it was until my faith was majorly tested for the first time that I started to evaluate my relationship with Jesus. And that was in middle school. I entered in 6th grade to a school where everybody had already made their friend groups because they had been there since kindergarten. And I was bullied, and I was picked on a lot for being the new kid, for having a really high voice, and anything else you can think of. So my confidence and just started to diminish, and in the place of that took a sense of self-pity, and it's something that I struggle with still today in finding my worth. I get so bogged down in comparing myself to everyone, and it leads me to search for something good in myself, and sometimes I can't really find anything. And in my messed up way of thinking, if I'm not the best athlete, if I'm not the smartest, if I'm not the best Christian, then I'm really not good at it. And that made it hard for me to enhance my relationship with Jesus. It was the summer before my sophomore year, and I was taking the 8-hour bus ride to Camp Ozark in Mount Ida, Arkansas, and I got this really weird sensation towards the end of the bus ride that was telling me, okay, this summer is going to be different. And sure enough, it was. I met one of my counselors. His name was Addison Neiman. He has this severe form of alopecia, and for those of you that don't know, it's like balding, and so all over his body he can't grow any hair at all. But the great thing about him was that didn't hinder his relationship with Jesus at all. In fact, it only made it better. He's the boldest person I know, and you can see that through the way he is able to mention Jesus in at least once in about every conversation held with him. He taught me to be humble, to be bold, to love everyone always, and even how to cry. I used to be scared to do so out of fear of judgment and what other people would think. But the last night of camp was probably the most memorable because he told us to all circle around and told us to take off our shoes and socks, and we were kind of confused, but we took them off, and he then proceeded to bring out a bucket of water and a towel, and he went around and he washed all our feet just like Jesus did. And it was ironic because there was 12 campers in our cabin that year. But I don't want to give all the glory to Addison because it would be foolish of me to forget that Jesus was moving through him the whole time. All honor and glory must be given to Christ for using Addison as his messenger to mold me into a heavenly child that I am today. Through this encounter with Addison, though, I was moved to pursue a relationship with Jesus at FBC. I joined here at the beginning of my sophomore year, and it's been such a blessing. The people here are truly amazing, and they're so welcoming. And I just want to take the time to say thank you to all my friends who persistently invited me to come to accountability group and to Sunday school because it was worth it. I don't know where I'd be without a nurturing community like FPC. I just want to stress how important the accountability has been every Wednesday night, and how amazing it's been to be able to share my struggles with an open heart, without fear of judgment. I've never felt so comfortable opening up, and it's all because of our wonderful Lord and Savior Jesus Christ that I feel this way. My fondest memory of FPC so far has been the New York mission trip that I went on 2 summers ago. There was a girl that was sitting next to me, and she was new to the church, and she just became a Christian on the trip. And something that it was a really great moment when one of the flight attendants came over and asked us what we were doing in New York, and she politely told her that we were on a mission trip and that we were serving people there, and she kind of rolled her eyes at us in disgust. But what stuck out was that without hesitation and without fear of being judged by that flight attendant or anyone else around her, she proceeded to tell that flight attendant how amazing her life was and how changed she was now that Jesus was in it. And it was just, coming from someone who has been made fun of their whole life, it was a really big eye-opening experience. And it kind of just told me that I don't need to care about anyone else's opinion except for Jesus's, because his is the most important. My favorite verse is John 14:27, which reads, "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give you. I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your hearts be troubled, and do not be afraid." To me, this ultimately signifies Jesus' love for us and how the death on the cross can provide peace for us. Also, when he says, "I do not give as the world gives," it shows me that putting my faith in him will be infinitely more comfortable than anything else I put my faith in this life. Through this verse and several others, I have come to realize that God is a just and fair being, but a being of mercy and compassion as well. Through his unconditional love, all the friendships that I made that were once shallow will move into a more Christ-centered one. In my life, I've come to know these 2 truths. First, with a little bit of prayer and patience, Jesus can and will get you through anything. And second, never give up on sharing the gospel with your friends who are non-believers, because Jesus Christ can change people. It happened to me, it happened to my girlfriend, and it even happened to some of my best friends. I'm fortunate enough to say today that I was not only adopted into an amazing earthly family, but I was also adopted into the kingdom of heaven. Thank you.